We've got the PS, State Department for Culture, the Arts and Heritage, under the Ministry of Gender, Culture, the Arts and Heritage, Madam Ummi Bashir. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Amina.
It's so good to have you. You look wonderful. Oh, so you're ready?
Yes, I'm very, very ready.
You're ready for the day. Who made this for you?
This was a gift from one of the minority tribes in the country. And I'll not be wearing this on Monday, but this was just for the show today, so that I kickstart the energy towards Monday. Oh,
I see. You're setting the pace already.
Yes.
It looks nice. That's a very thoughtful gift.
Thank you.
So let's talk about this day that you've mentioned about Monday. Tell us about it. Tell us about the Minorities' Rights Day. I know it roots it roots back to, I think, 1992, if I am not wrong. Yeah.
Yes.
So you can tell us more about the day and why it's even important.
All right. Thank you, Amina, for having me on the show. And the Minorities' Day is a UN-recognized day, and it came about in the year 1992, whereby there was a lot of discrimination to people in countries all over the world. And we have the likes of the Roma in Europe, and we have, people like the minorities, like in America we have, what do you call this, the minorities are all over basically. And when you think about it, the UN is a body that is there to support and also advocate for the rights of all people across the globe. So after realizing that the minorities are being pushed aside, their rights are being infringed, and they're being given derogatory terms like called gypsies instead of the Roma in Europe, and they came to this conclusion that indeed it is not about just supporting those who are at the top, but also supporting those who are few in matters equality, in terms of education, in terms of job creation, and so forth. So it is a day that came about as a stepping stone for encouraging those people who are at the bottom and also those who are a minority within our country. And you find there was a lot of, pushing those who are very few or coming from a particular community around the globe. For us as a country, we have that aspect of the minority being sidelined when it comes to employment and so forth. It has always been there, but we are trying to change that, and that is why we are celebrating for the first time the Minority Day here in Kenya. We have never celebrated it as a country.
Why? Why did it take us so long?
Well, I think for every regime it's different, and for us, when we came in, we wanted to make a difference, and we wanted to leave no one behind. So the Kenya Kwanza government is we campaigned on this notion that the people at the bottom of the pyramid and the bottom-up transformative agenda is what we are going to do when in office. So this is one of those things that we're doing currently. We did the Utamaduni Day about 2 months ago, where it had never been celebrated again, but it was a national holiday, but nobody actually, took it seriously. But we came in and ran with it. Now is this Minorities Day, which is of utmost importance to us as a country, and we are going to put minorities on the map. So on Monday at 10 a.m., we're going to have the Minorities Day at Bomas of Kenya, and you're welcome. And we have many minority communities all over the country, close to, actually past 50, we're 56 now. And it came to our attention that, the minorities feel like they're being left behind. And we, as the Kenya Kwanza government, want to move with everybody. We don't want to leave anybody behind. So we decided it is a day to celebrate, not just a UN day, but it is a day for all Kenyans to come and celebrate the Day of the Minorities.
Who are some of these minorities in Kenya? Yeah,
we have the likes of the Yakus, we have the likes of the Burji, we have the likes of the, Bajunis. In northeastern Wajir, we have the Somalis who are called the Harti. So they're very small tribes that, not the ones that the Kikuyus and the, Kalenjin and the Somalis, but these are tribes that are there that we live with, that we, intermarry with, that communities that we go to school with and are friends with, but we tend to forget them and leave them behind. So we figured as a government, there's no better time than to bring them and be equal with the rest of Kenyans.
Yeah. And Borana's a minority?
No, Borana's not a minority.
And when you said Burji, I was like, wait, this whole time I'm going to be celebrating on Monday.
No.
Oh, okay. Now, how do we plan on celebrating the day? How should other Kenyans participate? Do we have to go to Bomas?
Yes.
Okay.
So that day, it's going to start at 7 a.m. And this is when the registration is starting and guys start checking in. And I would like to actually encourage the youth to come and take part of this Minorities Day, because there'll be different cultures. So what happens is you get there, there's going to be entertainment. There's the auditorium, which we are going to fill with different minority groups who will be entertaining Kenyans. So remember I said there are like 56 minority tribes, communities. And these communities will be showcasing the different dances, the different attires. They'll be doing modeling and showing us what it entails to be that particular community. Then it is a day of just having fun and being happy and recognizing and appreciating the different communities who are minorities in our country. The Rendile, for instance, I'm sure they come from Isiolo and Marsabit, actually. And we tend to think that that is the best day to put everybody on the map and lift them up. As a government, we have embraced equality when it comes to minorities in terms of employment, job opportunities, and also scholarships that are there, education. So we as a government tend to put them first where we can. And this day is not just a day that we're just coming to have fun and leave. It is a day that we appreciate each other's cultures. So when you see a Yaku performing, dancing, and you've come with your child might ask, Mom, who's this? And you explain to them, these people are called Yakus. I've never seen them myself, but these are Kenyans and their brothers and sisters. So it's a day where our children can also learn the different communities and appreciate our cultures.
Yes, I had never heard of the Yakus, though, I have to be honest. I'm sure someone's watching now wondering, what do you mean you've never heard of the Yakus? I haven't. So it's why we have a day like this one. It's necessary and important so that we also get to know who we are living with, who we call our Kenyan brothers and sisters. Who are they? Now, the theme this year, Minorities Rights Day 2023 is celebrating diversity and inclusion. So you get to emphasize the importance of embracing diversity for inclusive societies where all individuals are valued and respected. How will we implement this? Okay, so when first of all you see a Yaku, for instance, how they dress and how they dance and the kind of food they eat and they showcase their cuisines. As a country, you tend to realize, like, wait, these people live among us. They are our neighbors. So you get to, first of all, appreciate them. Two, as a country, we employ these people. We give them job opportunities. Currently, the Office of the Minorities is directorate within the Office of the President. So that shows that this is actually a fact that we're taking it very seriously. And it is headed, the director is actually from a very small tribe in Turkana. And now you see, when he's at that position, he gives an opportunity to the minorities like himself, whereby now if you gave it to a tribe that is of the majority, they would take care of their own. But now when that minority person takes that office, they understand the needs, they understand the issues and the problems that they face as minorities. So it is a good thing for us as a government, whereby this unit, this directorate was not even there initially. So the fact that it is there, the fact that we are celebrating this day for the first time since 1992, shows that we're serious about it. So that aside, we'll be having competitions where our children can also interchange with these communities. Like, you wear a Yaku cloth, I wear a Rendile, we exchange. I am a Borana, you exchange with a Kikuyu, and so forth. And there'll be competitions and games on the same. So that day, people will showcase their different talents, their different plays and games, and we will also give an award to the best dressed, because you don't come wearing a suit. It's a day where you're supposed to wear your traditional regalia, your traditional attire, so that we can appreciate each other's cultures. Oh, it's something like what you have on now. Yes. To showcase your culture, where you're from.
Exactly.
And you get to see everyone else, how they dress, just get to understand their culture. it's a little embarrassing when you don't know, some of these tribes, and you only people can go on Monday. You said activities begin at 7 o'clock in the morning, but we can meet there at 10.
Yeah, it's the whole day.
Oh, it's the whole day from 7 a.m.
Yeah, from 7 a.m. So there'll be different food carts. There'll be what do you call it? Kids will have storytelling in those particular languages. So if it's a Rendile, there'll be a storytelling in Rendile. There'll be, we have the different huts, the bomas in Boma. So we want to set up in such a way that these minority tribes will have their own bomas. So when you go and experience, for instance, a Burji homestead, you see how they dress, what they cook, and their storytelling in the language. So if your kid is a Burji, they will actually listen and say, Mom, these are our people. So it is a day where we welcome and we encourage all Kenyans across the board, especially the youth. I'm insisting on the youth, because the youth are who are the people that we're going to use to make culture cool again. Culture is cool.
Yes.
So culture has always been regarded as a very boring, old school thing where the youth are like, oh, that is just, I'm not going to go for that thing. But this is a time to make culture cool again. And I want to invite them, because there's so much in terms of affirmative action that is involved. There's so much in terms of education. When you look at minorities, they're the same people we talk of in terms of giving them the best. If it comes to education, we give them scholarships. If it comes to affirmative action, we think of them. If it's about cultures, they're the same people. So
you include
Kenya,
them.
Basically it's inclusivity for all and not leaving anybody behind.
Not leaving anybody behind.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Madam PS. So this is all happening on Monday at the Bomas of Kenya. PS State Department for Culture, the Arts and Heritage, under the Ministry of Gender, Culture, the Arts and Heritage. Madam Ummi Bashir, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Amina.
I appreciate that. All right, so I know your family was watching, so hi, Moha.